Hey everyone, Andre here to show off 7 cool details and Easter eggs I've noticed while playing with the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch over the past few days. And no, most of them don't really involve the clock screen animations, of which there are 35 unique ones that are pretty cool. So anyways, let's go and start breaking down the things I've noticed that you may not have been aware of. First of all, the time of day actually changes in the game. So you can see it's midday right now, not for me in real time, but in the game it is. But if we set the clock to, I don't know, let's go 5:55 p.m., you're gonna see we have a beautiful sunset, and we push it down, or push it back, or push it forward a few hours later, we get pure night. So there's a few different variances in there, a few different gradients, which is cool, between times I mean. Moving on to number 2, to match the 2 o'clock we're somehow in now through the magic of editing, woo! Alright, so if you're getting bored of the clock screen, try pressing the time button, because if you do, it'll actually cycle through between 1 to 3 different backgrounds. So as you can see, you have the default ground, or you have this one of the green platforms, or you have this one with the mushroom. So again, just hit time to switch things up. Next up, we have number 3, which is, hey look, there's Luigi. Oh, we got a little cameo there. Alright, next up is number 3, which is if you press one of the buttons, you can actually spawn enemies. So we can dump in, I think, up to 5 enemies in total, so it's cutting us off. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we can keep dropping them in. And we just killed Luigi with one of the dropped ones, or hurt him, I suppose. Now, when it reaches near the end of the minute, the enemies instead convert to the paratroopas popping out of the block. That way, don't interfere with Mario or Luigi trying to change the time, which you're going to see in a second here. By the way, in case you're wondering about that dot going around the screen, that's a second marker. So there we go. Now we can drop in the Koopa Troopas or Goombas again. It switches between it, or it looks like Goombas are with the, I think, A or B buttons. Yeah, so Goombas are on A or B. No, I think it's random. Okay. Anyways, pressing one of the buttons will drop enemies. That's the point. Moving on to number 4. If you press both A and B together, the numbers actually blink. I don't think it does anything, but it's kind of a neat little touch. If you want to animate the screen a little bit more, there you go. Just press A and B together. You can do that. You can also drop in enemies at the same time, which you can see them just cascading in. So yeah, again, it caps you F5, I believe. It's not letting me drop any more enemies in right now. Now, I can, since Mario destroyed them. Let's move on to number 5, which is, speaking of holding buttons, if you hold the A button for 5 seconds, I believe, check this out. It pops up the Mario drawing song. This is also where Nintendo gave a notice a couple days ago that there's been an issue with the languages where the other languages don't match up to the actual song because the lyrics do change. We'll watch one in English though.
Take a page and a pen, draw a big mushroom and an egg. And you more. Draw a cloud under here, now we'll add some coins. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Draw a hill at the back with the rising sun and a little butterfly. It's me, Mario.
Pretty cute, right? So that's a video Nintendo made, God, years ago at this point, I think. That is repurposed for the Game & Watch. So here, we can go to another language and check it out again by holding A for 5 seconds. And let's watch... sure. Okay, so it changes the captions, not the actual lyrics. So anyways, let's get out of here by hitting time. And again, the lyrics don't match up properly because of a goof from Nintendo. So I think you want to choose one after the language you want to get the right one, I believe. We had an update on this a few days ago. Next up is number 6, and that is if we hit the settings screen and go to set time, look who shows up, a little Lakitu, holding a wrench. So he's going to help you set the time or adjust the time. So let's go and adjust it to, I don't know, let's go in the morning. So Lakitu just bounces around, but once we set the time, Lakitu, what are you doing? Throws a wrench, or drops it, I suppose, as we get this lovely early morning skyline. Alright, now we're on to number 7. This one we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for. So, here's the thing. The Game & Watch will turn itself off after 3 minutes, unless you have it plugged in which case it'll just stay on perpetually, unless you manually turn it off with the button on the side there. However, when it goes to sleep, it actually displays a cute little image, and that image changes depending on what you're doing. So first up, let's take a look at the one for the main time screen here, the main clock. So again, we'll skip ahead to when that happens. There it is! Look at Mario taking a little snoozer! So that, again, that happens when you're on the clock screen, but if you're in the game, so let's go ahead and go into one of the games here. And then we'll wait again 3 minutes. And there it is! Isn't that just a cute little picture of the enemies going to sleep? Aww. Alright, so that's the same, I believe, for both Super Mario Bros. And the Lost Levels. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember. So let's go ahead and check out Ball for the final image, I believe. And there we go, what I believe is the final image of Mario juggling, which is perfectly fitting. So there you go, everyone. Those are the 7 little secrets and Easter eggs I wanted to point out. Like I said, this thing is filled with them, or at least fun little touches like all the animations on the timer screen here. But yeah, I was surprised to come across some of those other things while just playing around, including dropping enemies, making the blocks blink, and who knows, there might be other stuff I've missed in here or I overlooked. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and of course stay tuned to Game Explained and click that subscribe button for tons more on the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, including our full review and another video that I think you might find a little interesting coming up soon if not already posted. So with that, we'll catch you later. Bye everyone!